So farewell Hostel del DP, El Pilar. I never thought I'd be one of these people who was going to be leaving before dawn, but we'll give it a try. It's 6:45 and maybe somewhere down there we can find breakfast. I was checking the sunrise and everything last night. Dawn I think is at 7:30. Twilight is about 7, so I should be able to start walking at about 7:15. Well, this morning I'm leaving early to beat the heat, and I thought there'll be a cafe open somewhere, and I've come to the end of town and it doesn't look like it, but I have a plan B. I have an extra bread roll and a big hunk of cheese, and I figure that'll do for breakfast. But then just at the end of town, look what I found. The Camino provides. Have faith. So the cafe as part of Hotel Leo was a great find. Had a great breakfast, and seeing the weather report, I've done what I did the other day and bought a small bottle of water, and I've drunk that before I even start. So well hydrated, well fed, and I got 2 litres of water. So there's a little bit of fog this morning. I am starting out at 7:35, having had my wonderful breakfast at Hotel Leo. I just thought I'd mention something about daylight, because if you look at the weather reports, it'll very often, depending on the website, it'll tell you sunrise and sunset and all that kind of stuff. So obviously I don't want to walk in the total dark. It would probably be okay if I was walking along the side of a road or something like that, wearing a headlamp, and I've got reflective stuff on my poles, all that kind of stuff. But the first part of today is through the countryside, and I don't want to be stumbling around using my headlight and tripping over stuff. So I had a look at sunrise. Sunrise I think is 8:15. And then if you look at this, I was going to say nautical stuff, but the sort of weather terminology, and look at the terms twilight, you get different types of twilight. There's nautical twilight, where you can just start to make things out, and then I think they call it civil twilight, where there's enough light to kind of see what you're doing, and civil twilight today is at 7:45. So I figured 7:45 I should be able to see where I'm going, and you can see there's a bit of light in the sky now. So well fueled up and watered, I'm off. I have to say I like this pre-dawn start. It's really cool. Cold. I'm almost inclined to stop and put my gloves on, but I'll warm up as I'm walking. I have a confession to make. This morning I was a bag rustler. These are the people who get up early and make a bit of noise getting ready, and are hated in albergues. Thankfully I was in a hostel in a private room. I knew I was going to be leaving early, so I did pack the night before, so I wouldn't be stumbling around too much and annoying the people in the next room. But it was a good practice for getting up early in albergues, because there was a couple of little things I forgot, and I had to dig in my bag for them, and I thought, oh no, I'm going to be one of those people. So I now know what to leave out. I wouldn't mind actually trying an even earlier start, but I think it would depend on the route for that day. This is a very good track, and the head torch is helping me just make sure I don't trip in potholes and things like that. I think if it was pitch dark, I'd be alright on a track like this. You've got to watch for the arrows and stuff, of course, but I think if it was rougher, I wouldn't do that in the dark. So it needs a bit of research on what the terrain's going to be like. Very misty over there. think today is going to be another great day. Just heard some animals over there to the right. I don't know what they are. Could have been birds in the trees. Alright, I better stop yakking and get on with my walk. This looks surprisingly bright on the video. It actually looks lighter on the video than in real life. I wish I knew more about ants. I've seen a lot of these guys where there's this trail across the path. And are they going backwards and forwards or in one direction? No, they're going backwards and forwards. There must be a nest there or something. Interesting. You know anything about ants? Maybe comment down below. Alright, this is getting ridiculous. I just met 2 more pilgrims. That's 4 today. 4 pilgrims in a day. I think I realised why I've been not seeing anyone. Because I've been leaving relatively late compared to everybody else. So that's Barry from Ireland, just up ahead, who I saw a day or 2 back. So yeah, there are other people out here. Well, I've reached the halfway point and the weather's still nice and cool, which is great. So I'm feeling a bit stupid. I'm carrying so much food and water, and because the weather is so cool, I'm not really needing it all. But never mind. Very pleasant hour or so walking with Barry from Ireland. But it is a little bit awkward walking with someone else, you know, because you're walking at someone else's pace. So because I have lots of breaks, I had a break, Barry's gone on. But it's great to walk with someone else for an hour, have a chat. I'm very much the newbie on this Camino. Barry's walked something like 12 Caminos. Most people seem to have done 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's an interesting mix of people. Alright, onward. Now look what I just found. Some very kind farmer, I suspect, has put half a pallet here for people to sit on. Strangely, that's one of the things I find on this Camino, that you know, being of a certain age and stiff legs and all the rest of it, I find it hard to sort of get up and down and sit on the grass. So you're trying to find a rock to sit on or something like that. And so what I find is I'm actually on my feet most of the day. But this is glorious. I'm going to sit and have a break and sit down. So the fast walker, as I suspected, was the guy from Switzerland that I met yesterday. He trains by running up and down the Alps in Switzerland. So there is Fuente de Cantos, about 6 k's away. It looks closer, it always looks closer. Today's been a really interesting day actually for a number of reasons, but one was food and water. So I shot a video last night showing the food and water that I was taking, and it was way too much. So 20 k's, I figured 2 litres of water, because it was scheduled to be quite hot. It's been cold. It's only about 14 degrees now, 16, perfect walking weather. It was about 10 when I started, so I just haven't gone through the water. So I ditched just over half a litre a short time ago, because you know, that's a bit more weight to carry. So I just paused to let these guys go through. These are 2 German guys. They've got a tent and they're camping. So yeah, the whole water consumption thing is interesting. I'm learning. So on a cold day, I obviously don't need as much. This is becoming a Camino superhighway. Just met another guy from Italy. So that's 8 of us on this section today, I think. Just recount. 2 from Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Belgium, Ireland. 7 of us, I think, yeah. It's feeling quite busy all of a sudden. So, about an hour into Fuente de Cantos. You don't actually see many distance signs on the VdlP. I think that's the first one I've seen. 889. That's encouraging. Still a long way, but we're getting there. So Fuente de Cantos is one of these places that you can see from about 6 k's. So it seems to take an age to get there. I don't know what it is. Regardless of the distance that I walk each day, the last 2 or 3 k's into the sort of end point for the day, I always feel tired. My legs feel tired. It's like somehow my legs know that they're almost finished for the day and they start winding down. But it's only, I looked on Google Maps, it's only 20 minutes to where I'm staying. So it'd be nice to chill. Okay, I just wanted to show you my accommodation in Fuente de Cantos. Please don't shoot me. This is very un-pilgrim-like accommodation, but I thought it was worth showing you just to show you the sort of varieties of accommodation that you can come across. And this could be really good for a group of pilgrims. So I tried to book a hotel room, hostel room on booking.com a few days ago. Everything was booked out. The only thing I could find was an apartment. So this is actually an apartment building. And I think they're probably holiday apartments and maybe they let pilgrims use them overnight or something. You're probably wondering on the cost. Look, it probably varies. The price inside the door here says 100 euros. I think I paid 60. Which, you know, I'm happy to do now and again. I tend to stay in a lot cheaper accommodation, but I didn't really have any options here. But let me just show you, because it's interesting. It is beautifully decorated. I mean, I don't think they're genuine antiques, but it looks really nice. So we've got an entrance hall here. And then we come into a little kitchen area. So if you wanted to cook, you've got everything here. Lovely sitting room. I might shoot a video in here later for my YouTube channel. And then over here is the second bedroom. I suppose if there was a group of you, just be aware they are beds matrimonial, whatever they call them. Double beds, not singles. And then over here is another double room. I think I'll use this one. It's wonderful. I mean, look at the furnishings. Delightful. And then over here is a bathroom with the icing on the cake, a washing machine. So I've just done a load of washing. There isn't a dryer, but there is a very interesting area to dry your clothes. Let's go and have a look. So we'll continue on. This is just where I've come out of my apartment. Barry from Ireland is in one of the other ones. He's got about 5 bedrooms, I think. So come down here. That's where you leave your keys when you depart in the morning. Inside here. Then we go into this part. Separate key for this. Check this out. It's a little bit chilly for sitting out, but gee, if it was nice weather. It's amazing, isn't it? And the eagle-eyed amongst you might have spotted what's at the back there. Yes, it's a pool. I'm not about to go in though. It's the end of March. This place just goes on and on. I'm not sure what's out the back there. But then if we go up these stairs, on this terrace is where you can hang out your washing, which is what I've done. What an amazing place. And there's the pool. So it's not exactly a regular pilgrim accommodation, but you know, depending on your circumstances, how many people you're with. I just thought it was worth showing you. This could be something you might want to try. It's called El Zaguan. So I should have mentioned the name, El Zaguan. So these were something like €3 each, so I couldn't resist having a bit of a sample. So the croquettes, I always love those with ham. This was sirloin, so beef sirloin. It was so tender. I'm not sure how they cook it. And then of course patatas bravas, which I don't think I've actually had before, but it's nice, really spicy. I noticed the police were clearing the street just as I came back to my accommodation. I suspected this might be coming. Looks like a rehearsal for Semana Santa. So I'll just pause and wait until we get a bit closer. Looks like everybody gets involved. I was looking forward to this. I mean, I wanted to clear out of Sevilla before Semana Santa because it would all get a bit crazy, but I was hoping to see some of it in the smaller towns along the way. See. Great to see the whole town getting involved, and mostly kids. That's quite funny. A few of the musicians I recognised from being in the bar where I had lunch. What a great community.